if like you didn't need the Exile and Pillar of Flame, Izzet Charm would be a lot more playable. But if you're in the market for an Izzet Charm, you probably should just be playing Pillar of Flame.
Yeah.
But Albert's playing 6, so you're only allowed 4 Pillar Flames. So
yeah, sure. So this is
Pillar, 2 additional
Pillar number
shots.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
Also can, you know, draw some cards if he needs to, or Spell Pierce.
Yeah,
something.
nice set of red removal spells. Got 2 Bonfires, 2 Mizium Mortars.
I hear laughing. Must be a Rakdos Cackler. Unleashed.
So
who blocks anyway?
Yeah, Joe said if you watched his deck tech last week, is like, yeah, there aren't 12 2-power guys in the same color in Standard very often.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, when there is, you need to be playing them, and that was his logic.
Yeah, I was talking to a player earlier saying that he was playing an Izzet aggro deck, and he's basically got like a ton of 1-drops, and I'm assuming he didn't show me the list, but I assume Cackler was one of them.
Stormkirk Noble, Delver Secrets.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that sounds about right. So now we've got double Gravecrawler, and David's going to show us, you know, all 12 2-power 1-drops.
Yeah,
he's got 3 of them.
You get these starts when you play this type of deck, and there's no Pyroclasm.
Yeah, so Albert Chyn plays his second land facing down 6 power of guys.
And I probably would have played a spell. If your opponent plays 3 1-drops, you kind of need to play a spell.
Yeah, if he doesn't have a spell to play, Izzet Charm here. Snapcaster gets in front of the Cackler. And he's going to take 4. Drops down to 14. If David Bauer can add some to the table, he's right now.
Yep, looks like.
Oh, Geralf's Messenger.
Is that something?
That's something.
That's something.
That's something. 2-turn clock now.
Jeez.
For Albert.
Turn 3.
It is Albert's turn 3, and he's on a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, I had a game last week where I didn't see a couple games where I didn't see turn 5. And that's what this game's looking like.
Albert may not see his 5th land drop, even if his hand was full of lands. Like, he needs to do something here. Plays his land, Hinterland Harbor. He's got all of his colors.
Yeah, he's got the Bonfire, but like the Messenger just kind of makes that embarrassing.
It's basically a really weird fog.
It's like half fog.
Right, because those Gravecrawlers are just coming back. They're just not dealing damage.
Feeling of dread on your 2 worst creatures.
Yeah, basically.
Bonfire is another card that's lost a lot of stock.
Sure.
It's not very good in these aggressive mirrors. It's good in Albert's deck, but not good in these types of matchups.
So they're coming back, the Gravecrawlers, after the Messenger gets in, and now we have a Ghoul added to the board.
Extended art.
Yeah, it's like Game Day, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. So if David hits his 4th land drop, which he does not have in his hand at the moment, he's got a Falcon Wrath Aristocrat, at least one of. He may have 2. Yeah, I think so too. So.
He may not need to hit his 3rd land drop.
No, or his 4th, right. So there's Albert's 4th land, and is this just going to be a Jace here?
Huntmaster, I hope.
A Huntmaster. It's
Dungeon
Geist.
That's actually probably like the best card you could possibly have.
Yeah, it's going to take care of the Messenger.
Yeah, so actually David might actually need to draw his 4th land. 4th land will be game over.
It's going to be able to block.
No big deal.
Block one of those zombies.
Crippling Blight.
And
we got Crippling Blight.
Crippling Blight.
Yeah, there's 2 Crippling Blights in David's deck.
Crippling Blight is a card that I was very impressed with watching the top 8 of Cincinnati last week.
Yes.
I think it was Daniel Kasky had the Crippling Blights in his black-green zombies list.
There's a bunch of Cleveland area players, I believe.
Yeah, he had
that tag house.
A Crippling Blight is from M13. It's, I think, an uncommon as well, or common. But
common.
It's basically what target creature or enchanted creature gets -1/-1 and can't block.
Right.
And that is like a great answer to a Thragtusk. Sure, they gain the 5, but if the Thragtusk can't block anymore, like that's pretty big.
You're still 1-for-1, and you're not getting like 8-for-1 or whatever. So David has to decide: does he want to attack first and use the Crippling Blight to finish off the Dungeon Geist, or does he want to just cast it and get in for the 6 damage. So how much does he value his messenger, basically? Being untapped?
Yeah.
And if he takes the second round, does he want to attack with his Deergraph Ghoul as well? Because he'd be throwing his Deergraph Ghoul away. That would get blocked if he attacked with it.
Yeah, see, Albert's at 9. I think... Yeah, it's basically he's choosing whether or not to get that messenger back.
Right. I think I would have personally just blighted it and gone to knocked him to 3. But Albert on 5 is...
It's pretty good too, and now you have the messenger as well. So
right.
It was kind of 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other kind of thing.
He's in good shape no matter what he does, but
right.
Yeah, this zombies deck is just brutal. This draw is good, but not like he missed a 4th land drop or whatever, so it could have been better. Which is
exactly.
About.
Yeah, he curved. You know, and you wouldn't even call it curving because he just went one drop,
1/1, 3.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
it's pretty much
pretty
curving,
good. Yeah.
Albert trying to figure out how to get out of this.
Oh man.
And he comes into play tap land, a buddy land with no buddy.
That's a real risk when you play these.
M10 duels
or play
duels.
A deck without 2 Ravnica with 2 Shocklands.
Mm-hmm.
This only has Steam Vents available to it.
Oh, right on, yeah.
So it has to do the rest of them with basics.
So Mizium Mortars takes out a Gravecrawler. Basically, I don't know what that does. I mean, depending on what's in Albert's hand, because he's still facing lethal from what I can tell.
Yep. Probably just another naked Snapcaster. Jeez, that's really bad.
Must
going
be
for the brains.
Yeah, appetite for brains. Show us what you got. He has an Unsummon and a Mizium Mortars. So, well, that's the good thing is he didn't find any brains to eat.
I don't think Albert's taking any solace.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty demoralizing when you're like in this situation and then they take, you know, one of your best cards out of your hand. So at least Albert's like, all right, you cast a spell that did very, very little. So there he is, unsummoning the messenger, and that's
effective 1 life, facing down 2 Gravecrawlers. So we need a Huntmaster. Thragtusk. No big deal.
Did he draw it?
I believe so.
He's like, did I just really draw this? Thragtusk. And now we're
on 8.
Now David wants that Crippling Blight back. So if Albert turns this around on the back of a Thragtusk, I mean, it won't be unbelievable, but it'll be certainly entertaining.
Attack. He doesn't have a 4th land.
All right, so David Bauer trying to get in as much as possible.
Yeah.
Says, I'll trade 1 Gravecrawler for 2 life.
That's not the worst thing in the world.
Play Geralf's Messenger, knock you to 4. Albert untaps with a Thragtusk in play at 4 life against David Bauer's zombie horde. But really, it's just a zombie duo at the moment. Hinterland.
Still pretty impressive.
I believe Albert still has Mizium Mortars. He's like short.
Unsummoned?
I didn't see what it was.
This is unsummoned. That's unbelievable.
It's
Grafdigger's Cage.
Grafdigger's Cage. Okay. He's like, wait, how does this work? Is this?
Oh wow! So that happens, and then he can just
Mizium Mortars
the messenger
on the messenger, which won't come back.
What a draw!
That's actually awesome.
That also makes David's attack last turn really bad.
Yeah, because the Gravecrawlers now can't come back.
Right.
So David Bauer now left with 3 lands and a 2/1.
3 aristocrats.
I mean, 3 lands in
aristocrats.
Play. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! He has all 4 Fulgrim Wrath aristocrats in his hand. Wow!
Literally every card in his deck is good except for that one.
Yeah, pretty much. Does he have anything that costs more than 4, or also costs 4 that he could have Yeah, because, yeah, you're right. Literally every other card is a better draw than that. Besides Rakdos, which is in the board.
All right, so he finally draws his fourth land.
Oh, he drew his fourth land. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, very. It was getting exciting there for a second.
Right?
I mean, I'm sure David Bauer is very happy with
Right.
the land there, but that was kind of getting really fun.
David made him sweat with the running aristocrats, both having a good laugh about it.
Wow. So David Bauer 2-1 over Albert Chyn here in round 3 of the StarCityGames.com Open Series in Providence. Wow. Still 10 minutes left in the round. We packed that one.